too late. Come celebrate America's birthday with baseball, family fun, and some free entry.
Right there. He went through. He's next to a coach. I see Papa. Texting him somewhere here and I got paid.
House Blackbears and West Coast League are proud of the reputation of the league. We'd like to ensure that the ballpark will have safe, enjoyable events for all of our visitors. Please help us in making this possible by promoting good sportsmanship on and off the playing field. Again, the first pitch is scheduled for 6:35 p.m. Sit back, relax, and let's have some fun at the ballpark. Let's go Blackbears! Blackbear fans, make your way to the merch stand on the third base side to check out our brand new lineup of merchandise. From hats to hoodies, we've got all the gear to show off your Blackbear pride this year. If you spend $50 or more on a single purchase, you'll score a free 2025 beer bag. So don't miss out on that great deal.
Nachos. Just plain nachos.
Lefties.
No, let's see. Okay, thank you, Papa. Alright, thank you. I owe you my butt.
Big is nachos.
Papa acts like it's supposed to happen.
You need a napkin?
Huh?
You have to get a napkin. Any cheese today? So far. I made myself a new key ring, so maybe we'll be better. I haven't done that in a lifetime. Is that enough napkins?
grab their share of $1,000 in cash. Plus, if you stick around for after the game, we're going to light up the night sky with the first ever drone show presented by Pacific Tank Construction and Western Fabrication. You won't want to miss out on this great night of baseball, family fun, and a spectacular entertainment event. You get your tickets today at collegeblackbears.com.
Today? I don't know. No, my guy's pitching. Is he? Yeah, it's going to start off. Yeah, Dylan, yeah. They say he's supposed to, never know till we get there. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. Yeah. If I sit in front of you, I got to make sure it's not short. It's a real thing. Sit down there and we'll leave that in. Have you ever read in college?
Ladies and gentlemen, now is a great time to hit the concession stand.
I know.
And then when I left, favorites, hot dogs, nachos, Ruby July ice cream sandwiches, and so much more, including soda, provided by our friends at Pepsi, the official soft drink provider of the Gallup Black Bears.
because I don't know how to drive down here without her, you know. She saves me from all those accidents.
I'm gonna tell.
You go right ahead. She knows. She just said me something about that the other day, so, right? So she sent me this.
Our fans, join us Saturday, July 12th as we recognize the heroes in our community with our first responder jersey auction presented by Steelscape. You'll have a chance to bid on specialty-themed jerseys throughout the game. Each jersey will feature a custom patch from one of our local law enforcement, fire, or EMT agencies around Collins County. Be a part of this very special event. Get your tickets today at collinsblackbears.com. Here are your umpires tonight, as assigned by the West Coast League. At home plate, number 22, Dave Mills. At base is number 23, Dylan Self. Black Bear fans, please be on the lookout for foul balls as they may leave the playing field at any time. We remind you to pay attention while you enjoy your time here at David Story Field. And now it's time to meet the starting lineup for both teams, beginning with the visiting Port Angeles Lefties, as announced by head coach Donald Gray. Hitting off in center field, number 13, Tommy Markey. Batting second baseman, number 9, Levi Joyce. Batting third, the shortstop, number 1, Taylor Kirk. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 32, Chance Cody. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 14, Kane James. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 30, Will White. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 33, Eric Valdivia. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 22, Jack Edmonds. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 12, Sam Matistich. Starting pitcher for the Port Angeles Lefties is number 27, Liam Carlson. And now it's time to meet the starting lineup for your Collins Black Bears. As announced by head coach Dan Spencer. Tonight they're going to be joined by members of the Kelso 11U All-Stars. Leading off in center field from UC
Happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome to David Story Field as we are just about to get set for Game 3 of this 3-game series between the Port Angeles Lefties and the Cowlitz Black Bears. Now, the Black Bears made a very wild attempt at a comeback, ended up scoring 5 in the bottom of the 9th yesterday, but ended up losing by a score of 10-6 against Port Angeles, and the series is now split at 1 apiece. Now the rubber match here for the Lefties, who are wearing a what looks like a gradient orange to red. It's a very interesting uniform combination between the two squads, both of them wearing a shade of orange, a bit brighter on the lefty side, but I'm trying to decipher the two teams. One's blue, one's not, so figure things out. Let's take a look at the Lefties lineup. Tommy Markey leading it off. Levi Joyce at second. Batting second, Taylor Kurt. Batting third at short. Chance Doty, the cleanup man in left field. Kane Jinks, the designated hitter, batting fifth. Will White at first, batting sixth. Eric Valdivia batting seventh at third. Jack Edmonds behind the dish, catching. Batting eighth, and Sam Matisic in right field, batting ninth. For the starting pitcher for the Black Bears, Dylan Henson. Well, Henson has been doing really good so far this season, 2.25 ERA in 12 innings. And that's pitched last Thursday against the Corvallis Knights, who Black Bears are going to see this weekend at Goss Stadium. 2.25 ERA, he threw 4 2/3 against Corvallis last week, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. And the Black Bears ended up losing that one, as well as the other 2 against Corvallis here at David Story Field, as we are just about to get set for Game 1 of this 3-game series between the Black Bears and the Lefties. Winner of this one takes the series. Not just this series, but the season series. And first pitch ripped up the middle by Tommy Markey. And a single to lead off the game for Tommy Markey, who has been really good so far this series. Now 7 for 11 on the series, Markey, and that's why he's in that leadoff spot. And Levi Joyce having a good series as well. He's been moved up to the number 2 spot in the lineup here in Game 3. So 1 pitch, 1 single already for the Lefties, picking it up where they left off. They had 12 hits in yesterday's ball game, 9 of them singles. As in 0-1 now to Joyce. Throw back to first and not in time. Levi Joyce, only 2 hits on the series, but has found a way to drive in 5 runs in the past 2 games. That's some good productive outs. Had a sac fly, walked in a run back on Tuesday. And that one is in the dirt. For ball 1 to Joyce. Well, Joyce with Kirk on deck. Kirk's been in the 3 spot pretty much every game this series. But Danny Porras getting the day off, not in the lineup today. He was in the leadoff spot for the first 2. 1-1 is going to hit the outside corner for strike 2. Well, it's a very gloomy day today, and it's starting to rain a little bit. It's really been off and on so far the past few hours. That has never really came down pretty hard. It's just been the slight sprinkles, but it's falling right now. 1-2. Bit high and away, 2-2. Rain's starting to pour down a little bit more now. It's been a gloomy day all day, but off and on showers might affect how the game is played, especially in the outfield. The turf might be fine, but the outfield being normal grass. See how it plays today with the off and on rain. It's kind of weird that it's raining in the middle of June, but that's the Pacific Northwest for you. Joyce gets a piece of it, fouls it back to the boards, and it stays 2-2. Well, the single by Markey on the first pitch of the ball game. He's on first. 1 for 1 on stolen base attempts so far in this season for Markey. 2-2 breaking ball just misses outside for ball 3. Full count now with nobody out. Markey on first. Now the payoff. Markey goes as it's fouled away. And Tommy heads back to first. And it'll stay 3-2 to Levi Joyce. Well, the rain coming down a little bit, but with how it's been all day, should stop in a bit as that one misses for ball 4. And the first 2 have reached for the lefties here in the first. Single walk for Henson to start off his outing today as 2 are on with nobody out for Taylor Kirk. Kirk had a 2-hit game yesterday, went 2 for 5, drove in 3 of those 10 runs that the lefties scored as that one's down the middle for strike 1. 2 for 5 yesterday, his 5th multi-hit game of the season. Bigby over at first on the grass. And that's up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. Stopping at third is Markey as the ball bounces on the pitcher's mound, but good backup from Dylan Henson as he's able to stop the runners from advancing, but 2 singles and a walk have the bases loaded with nobody out. It'll bring up Chance Doty.
Number 32, Chance Doty.
Bases loaded, nobody out here in the top of the first. Chance Doty in the rain. Swings and misses at strike 1. See, Chance Doty takes a lot of very aggressive hacks at the ball, but he did get himself a triple yesterday, ended up scoring. But overall went 1 for 6 on the day. Fouls one off. And he'll get out of play on the right side, and it's 0-2. Rain still coming down here. I wonder if it's affecting Henson. Not a good grip on the ball. Popped up, infield left side. It'll be Rowan calling after it, and he'll make the grab running for out number 1. Take a look at the defense. Finn Stewart in left field. Liam Barrett in center. Gavin Poffenroth in right. Trenton Rowan at third. Sam Davidson at short. Nicky Garitano at second. And Paxton Bigby at first with Will Jeske behind the dish. Doing the catching for Henson. Dave Canales back calling the balls and strikes. With Dylan Self on the bases just like on Tuesday. First pitch. Oh, hit the zone for strike 1 to Kane Jinks. Kane Jinks played his junior year at Tennessee Tech this season. Currently in the transfer portal, though, looking for his new home in the fall. Pitched yesterday. Pitched a scoreless frame as becoming a two-way guy. That was only his second inning. Fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-2. That would be a big strikeout here for Henson to keep the bases loaded and get 2 outs. I already got Doty to pop up to third baseman in Rowan.
I don't know. Doesn't make any sense.
Now the 0-2. Behind it, gets it foul off to the right. It hits the netting over the Black Bears dugout. And it's 0-2 once more. Kane Jinks has not pitched in a game besides this season since 2023. He's trying to get back into pitching after not doing it for a while. 0-2 popped up, foul ground. Bigby makes a run at it, but it will head out of play in about the same spot as the last one. Jinx at Tennessee Tech this season went 1 for 25 in 12 games. That one hit came against Lemoyne back on Valentine's Day. This hit drove in a run, though, but he struck out 8 times, hitting at .040. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Big strikeout for Dylan Henson, his first. And now bases are still loaded, but 2 outs now in the top of the first. Trying to get out of this scoreless after giving up 2 singles and a walk. And now it'll be Will White, who had probably his best game of the season yesterday. Went 3 for 4. Drove in a run, hit a triple, his first extra base hit of the season. First pitch from Henson. Bit high for ball 1. Rain not looking like it's going to stop anytime soon. 1-0 to Will White. He's going to miss outside 2-0. Nowhere to put him if he walks him. He'll bring in the first run. First 3-hit game of the season yesterday for White. CSU Bakersfield his junior season, but is in the portal. That's they're only playing 2 games at Bakersfield this season. Fouls one back, and it's 2-1. Well, the win yesterday for Port Angeles brings them at 9-8 here at David Story Field as the Lefties. They used to be the Kitsap Blue Jackets. Came to Port Angeles in 2017. 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Yeah, a walk will bring in a run here, but an out will get it out scoreless for Henson in the first. Markey on third, Joyce on second, Kirk on first. And now the 3-1 pitch is going to miss ball 4, and a run comes in to score. The Lefties take a 1-0 lead in the first.
Whatever it decides to give us.
2 singles, 2 walks, and the Lefties take a 1-0 lead early. Eric Valdivia stands in for his first at-bat. Came in as a defensive replacement yesterday. That didn't get an at-bat. Went 0 for 3, though, on Tuesday. Fouled up and out of play for strike 1. Oh, it is coming down here at David Story Field.
Nice to be introduced.
Well, everybody advances 90 feet. Joyce on third, Kirk on second, and now Will White on first. As that one hits the zone, and Valdivia is quickly down 0-2. Henson, the 1 run would still be good considering it was bases loaded, nobody out. Still has to get out Valdivia, the 0-2. Way outside, good stretch from Jeske to make the grab. Almost hit the bat of Valdivia. Got very close to being a foul ball in a very weird way. Well, Jeske's able to get it, keep it from going past him, and it's 1-2. Now the 1-2. Just misses outside, and the count's evened up at 2-2. Well, outfielders are going to have to really keep from falling after the grass as Valdivia fouls it off himself. And it stays 2-2. Valdivia Chafee committed to CSU San Bernardino to play with a few of his teammates in Giseg, Dom Dominguez, both of which are not in the lineup today. Two-two. Fly ball into right field. Under it is Poffenroth, and he'll make the grab. 4 out, number 3, but a walk with the bases loaded brings in 1 for Port Angeles. They have a 1-0 lead heading to the bottom of the first.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. We think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal with a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Bottom first as it is rainy. Make sure you have your umbrellas, your hoods, your whatever it is you want to cover your head with, as it is not looking like it's going to stop anytime soon. Looks like it's going to stop at around 8. So another hour of this. We'll see how long this game goes before there's a delay. But for now, we're still playing, and we're in the bottom of the first. Liam Carlson, the pitcher for Centralia. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Bears. Liam Barrett in center, leading off. Will Jeske batting second. Trenton Rowan batting third. Poff, the cleanup spot in right field. Jarrett Sable, the designated hitter, batting fifth. Finn Stewart in left field, batting sixth. Paxton Bigby batting seventh. Sam Davidson batting eighth. And Nicky Garitano in the 9 spot. Liam Carlson, the starter for the Lefties, to Centralia, pitched 79 in a third innings, had a lot of playing time for Centralia. And he's ready to get the start here. He is only his second start of the season. His last start came against Kelowna on the 19th as he went 3 and a third and gave up 2 runs. Otherwise, he was out of the bullpen to start the year. As it'll bring up Liam Barrett, who is in the leadoff spot today. Usually it's Matt Priest, but Priest is getting the day off. So now Barrett is taking his position, both in the leadoff spot and in center field as he takes strike 1. So it's a battle of Liams to start off the bottom of the first. Carlson versus Barrett. Here's the 0-1. Inside, and it's 1-1. Well, Barrett, this is his first start of the season. Came in as a pinch hitter in both of the other games on Tuesday and yesterday. Has yet to get a hit yet, though, as that's skied into center field. Under it is Markey, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. Well, defense for the Lefties. Doty's in left, Tommy Markey's in center, and Sam Matisich in right. Eric Valdivia at third, Taylor Kirk at short, Levi Joyce at second, and Will White at first with Jack Edmonds behind the dish for the Lefties. Well, 1 out, and now it's Will Jeske. First pitch is going to hit the outside half for strike 1. Well, Carlson throws a fastball slider curve changeup. 69.3% strike percentage so far in his outings this year. Chopper over to short as Kirk will grab it. Throw on to first is a bit high, but able to reach it is Will White at first for out number 2. First two retired here in the bottom of the first, and now it'll be Trenton Rowan. Oh, Carlson, not the fastest fastball in the world, but it has a lot of run to it, which makes it lethal for hitters. Uses it about 65% of the time. Here's the 0-1. Sorry, fouled off. Now it is 0-1. Oh, Carlson to start off the year didn't do too great. Didn't get an out against Kamloops back on the first and gave up 5 earned runs. But since then has been relatively good. Grounder down the first base line, and it's foul. Well, looks like Mason Shea is going to be the designated first base coach for the Black Bears with Colin Dixon out. Carl Johnson moves to third. And Shea is interim. Grounder over to second. It'll be Joyce to throw over to first for out number 3. An easy 1-2-3 inning for Carlson. Gonna start off his first. We head to the second, 1-0. Port Angeles leads it.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Top second here in a rainy game at David Story Field. It's starting to sprinkle now. It's not coming down as hard, but still coming down in general. Edmonds, Matisic back to the top of the lineup, and Markey, the top 3, to face off against Henson, who had a bit of a rough first inning, but only gave up the 1 run on 2 hits. Did walk 2, though, in Joyce and Will White. Will White's walk ended up driving in the first run. I'm trying to get a little bit cleaner of a second inning. Well, Jack Edmonds is slumping as of recent. 0 for 4 on Sunday against Nemo, 0 for 6 yesterday. Him and Schulman, the only 2 guys in the lineup yesterday to not get a base hit. And at least Schulman ended up reaching on a walk. Edmonds just went 0 for 6. Now trying to get back into shape. Only has 2 hits in his last 5 games. 8 hits in general on the season in 12 games. First pitch from Henson is into right field. Going on it is Poffenroth, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. Well, already a better start to this inning than the last. Markey hit a single on the first pitch to lead off the game, and now on the first pitch, Edmonds flies out to right. Sam Matisic now, the hitter. His first at bat before the lineup flips over. Bit low for ball 1. Well, Matisic, like Carlson, also was at Centralia this season. Made the NWAC West second team. 1-0. That's into the gap, and that'll drop and head all the way to the wall. Heading for second is Matisic, and he'll get in there with a double. Third double of the season for Matisic, and now he's in scoring position with one out for the top of the lineup in Tommy Markey. Well, Markey now has 7 hits in this series. He has been on fire against Cowlitz. And now as a runner in scoring position, he's driven in 3 runs already in this series. 2 coming yesterday, 1 on Tuesday. And has now scored in all 3 games this series after scoring the run in the first. And put the Lefties up 1-0. Outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That's driven into right field, but it'll veer off foul into the bullpen of the Bears. And it's 1-1. Well, I'm sure Markey is having a good time here in this weather, considering back home in Philly, they're going through a heat wave right now. And in Fordham in the Bronx. In New York City. Very big East Coast guy, but heading to the West Coast League. Throw back to second was not in time, as Matisic hasn't attempted a stolen base yet this year, but is taking a pretty good lead off of second, and covered over there by Davidson. 1-1. That's into center field. After it is Barrett, and it'll drop in for a base hit. Pausing at second was Matisic as the throw goes offline, and taking second is Markey. Well, Barrett's throw from center went to pretty much no one. Having to pick it up was Bigby, and advancing to second is Matisic. Second and third now with 1 out after Markey's single. And advancement to second. Levi Joyce has a chance to bring in 2 more. First pitch from Henson. Bit high and away for ball 1. Well, 4 hits already for the Lefties. And this one against Henson. 1-0 breaking ball misses for ball 2. It's going to be called an error on Barrett, that last play. That's 5 errors in the past 2 games, and now 31 on the year. Fly ball into center field, could be deep enough as Barrett makes the grab. Tagging is Matisic. And no throw to home as he'll score. Levi Joyce, another sac fly. He had one yesterday, and it's 2-0 Port Angeles. Markey still at second after his single and error. But it advanced Matisic to third and was able to get him home. Levi Joyce on another sac fly. He now has 6 RBIs in this series, as this Port Angeles offense has been really good against Black Bears pitching. Fly ball into left field, not far enough, as it'll be Finn Stewart to make the grab for out number 3. But another run comes in for Port Angeles, and they lead it 2-0 heading to the bottom of the second.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Well, for the first time in a while, the Black Bears don't have a midweek series at home. They actually have a weekend series as we celebrate 4th of July here at David Story Field. The tickets will be free, general admission tickets, thanks to Safeway Albertson's Nourishing Neighbors program. Fans will be able to claim their free general admission tickets as we get closer to the game. Sunday, July 6th against the Drifters is the second Kids and Free Sunday of the season. All kids under 12 will get in for free when accompanied by a paid adult. So finally another weekend series here at David Story Field. We've been on the road for 4 straight weekends. It will be the 4th when we head to Corvallis this weekend. But midweek series next week in Portland playing the Pickles. And the weekend here at home against the Springfield Drifters for the second time this season. First pitch to Poff is hit into center field. Under it is Markey near the base of the track, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. Oh, this inning starts how last one did with a fly out to center. And with 1 out, it'll be Jarrett Sable. Sable has a hit in 4 straight games. Going back to game 1 against Springfield on Sunday, when she hit that home run that gave the Black Bears a 4-3 lead. And he'll take strike 1. Here's the 0-1. That's back up the middle and through for a base hit. Make it 5 straight games with a base hit for Jarrett Sable as he hits a single to center. First hit of the game and first base runner of the game for the Bears today. Now with Sable on first, it'll be Finn Stewart.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the left fielder, number 19, Stewart.
Finn Stewart having a decent series so far. After slumping, he's gone 3 for 6. The home run and a triple in this series. Now ready for his first at-bat with Sable on first today as he gets hit with the first pitch. And now he'll take first on the free base. Sable advances to second, and the bases now 2 on, 1 out for Paxton Bigby. Paxton Bigby just committed to South Alabama about a week ago. The Jaguars in Mobile. They're playing at Shoreline this season. Sophomore year, so played his 2 JUCO campaigns and is now heading to the Deep South. Bit of a matrix move for Bigby as he has to get out of that one near his head, and it's 1-0. Didn't play on Tuesday, but played yesterday and hit a triple in the 9th. Let off that 5-run 9th inning. And that one is inside. Dropped by Edmonds, but no advance by Sable at second. Sable no stolen base attempts yet this season. Finn Stewart, though, 2 for 2. Black Bears down 2, trying to get something on the board here in the bottom of the second. 2-0. Fly ball into center field. Bigby just got under it, and Markey will make the grab. No tag over to third for Sable as he heads back to second. And there's 2 outs. Well, Bigby just got under it. Now it'll be Sam Davidson. Davidson yesterday went 1 for 5. Hit a sac fly to tie the game up at 6-all. There's the first pitch. Bit outside, ball 1. Carlson has a bit of a sidearm throw. Not quite submarine, but think of it as a clock. He throws it at around 3 or 9. 1-0 pitch. That one's inside for ball 2. Speaking of clocks, you know, it took 22 games, but I just realized that there's a clock over the scoreboard out there in left field. Took 22 games to realize that there's a clock up there. There's one that hits the outside corner for strike 1. Now Sable a single, Finn Stewart a hit by pitch, and 2 outs. Davidson trying to bring in a run. Already having to come back, the Bears. 2-1. That's into right field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Stopping at third is Sable. Good call by Carl Johnson at third, as Sable would have been thrown out at home pretty easily. That Sable didn't seem to like it. Saves him an out, though, as the bases are loaded for Nicky Garitano. Garitano has been struggling as of recent. He has not gotten a hit since June 12th against the Berries. We've seen him in a couple of bases loaded situations. Yeah, he swings and misses at strike 1. On an 0 for 20 skid, Garitano. Here's the 0-1. Low and away, and it's 1-1. Good stop from Edmonds to stop Sable from advancing. Sable at third, Finn Stewart at second, and Sam Davidson. The single has him at first. Now the 1-1. That's popped too short, and Kirk will make the catch for out number 3. So Carlson gets out of the bases loaded jam, and he throws another scoreless frame. We head to the top of the third. 2-0 Port Angeles.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com. Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash, presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then, stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show, presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Top 3 here at David Story Field. Well, it looks like the rain has subsided a little bit, as it's still very cloudy, but well, at least for now, everyone's staying dry. Doty, Jinx White, the top 3. It actually sounds like you could make that into a sentence. Doty, Jinx White. Doty flew out to Rowan at third in his first at bat, and now he leads off the third against Henson. Port Angeles has scored 1 run in each of their first 2 frames. As that one is going to miss outside for ball 1. Doty in the transfer portal after playing for Stony Brook this season. 49 games, hit .296. Bit low for ball 2. Doty was at Edmonds before. He was with the Lefties in 2023. He won 75 in 22 games, but didn't play for them in 2024, so skipped a year of summer league ball. As he is in a good hitters count, 3-0. 16th game of the season. Second straight game in the cleanup spot. 3-0. That one will miss in a 4-pitch walk. Leads off the top of the third. Well, second inning of 3 where the leadoff man has reached. The Markey single led off the first. And Dan Spencer is going to have a quick chat at the mound with Jeske and Henson. With Kane Jinks coming up. Well, Kane Jinks, like Tommy Markey, very far from home. Originally from Royston, Georgia. Grew up in Carnesville. We'll say this, Carnesville, Georgia has a population of 715. So it is a small place. First pitch from Henson's driven into right field. Running after it is Poffenroth, and he'll make the grab. Well, one out, a good barrel from Jinks, but right at Poffenroth, who runs to his right, makes the grab. He's been busy out there. He's already caught 3 flyouts, 1 in each inning. Well, from a guy who's far away from home to a guy who's also far away from home. Northridge, Will White is from. Not as far, but still far. He fouls one back for strike 1.
Great job, Everett. Keep it up, bud.
2 games for Bakersfield. They finished 18 and 38. Lost 10 of 11 in March and ended the season losing 11 of 12. So not the best season for Roadrunners, but well, Will White's going to be finding a new home for his next year of college baseball, as that one misses outside for ball 1. Played for the Granada Hills Highlanders his high school season. Graduated in 2022. One's going to miss low and away for ball 2. With the LA Valley College, his first 2 seasons in college. Hit 305 last season in 37 games. Throw on to first is not in time. Oh, Will White's driven in, the only run so far, or the only run in the first at least so far today. Walked with the bases loaded. 2-1. They'll miss 3 and 1, and Will White might walk again here in the third. Sixth game for White. Playing at first, usually the catcher. But Edmonds behind the dish today for the second straight game, as that is ball 4. That is now 4 walks for Henson in his outing. Not much pitching for the Bears today. We might see Matt Henning pitch. That's how much pitching the Bears have. They're having to throw in some position players who haven't pitched in a minute to try and just get some innings out of the way. First pitch to Valdivia is going to miss for ball 1. Well, Valdivia flew out to right field in his first at-bat. First of 3 over to Poff in right field. That one will hit the zone for strike 1. Two runs, 4 hits, 4 walks for the Lefties. Their offense has not seemed to have slowed down since their 4-run inning yesterday. That's up the middle, past the dive of Davidson into center field as Doty heads to third, but the throw gets passed and out of play. And everybody will advance. Doty will come in to score. And more sloppy defense for the Bears. It's 3-0 Port Angeles.
Now ready for the lefties. The catcher, number 22, Jack Edmonds.
Well, 3-0 Port Angeles as Jack Edmonds will step in. Flew out to right as well to lead off the second. As runners on second and third with one out. Oh, and it's the zone for strike one. I don't know if my eyes are deceiving me or it looks like Edmonds and Valdivia have different jerseys than the rest of the team. It doesn't seem like they have that gradient. That one's inside for ball one. Because if you see Matisic on the on-deck circle, his goes kind of dark orange to bright orange. It seems like Edmonds and Valdivia, they just have the full dark orange, which kind of looks the same as what the Bears are using right now. 2-1 now to Edmonds. Fly ball into foul ground. Bigby, Garitano, Poffenroth running under it. Bigby slides, but he's not able to make the grab as it lands in foul territory, and the count evens up at 2-2. Well, Edmonds from Brown University up in Providence, Rhode Island. Originally from Sammamish, so went way far away to play at Brown. Hit .232 in 22 games. Said he chose Brown because coaching staff made him feel wanted. And it's a combination of high-level academics and athletics. Freshman year in 2025, going to be a sophomore in the fall. Fly ball into center field after it is Barrett. He slides and will make the grab. Tagging at third and scoring is Will White. Oh, looks like he will not come in to score as, oh, it seems as though Will White left early. So it'll be a double play, an 8-2-5 double play. Yeah, how often do you see those? Well, Donald Bray is arguing the call with home plate umpire Dave Canales, but umpires will have a chat, but it was called that Will White left too early. Didn't really notice. Barrett made a nice sliding grab in center. Well, either way, it's 3-0 Port Angeles. As Donald Bray is still going to have some words. As he was arguing yesterday with the umpires after a batter's interference call on a bunt attempt. Sable got in the way of Levi Joyce, and he was called out. And Donald Bray not happy. His team is up 3-0, though, as we are about to get set for the bottom half of the third. Black Bears offense is going to have to figure something out in order to come back down 3. They came back down 5 in the 9th yesterday, but you know, this is a team you don't want to keep on doing that. You want to score some runs early and often. And they've been able to do that, but yesterday it ended up proving too late. They weren't able to keep up the scoreless frames in extra innings. Well, Port Angeles has scored one in every inning so far in this one. But Liam Carlson will face the top three in the order for the Bears. Liam Barrett, Will Jeske, Trenton Rowan. Well, whatever website said the rain was supposed to continue until 8 was a liar, because it ain't rained in a minute.
Lead off the bottom of the third for the Black Bears. The center fielder, number 8, Liam Barrett.
Liam Barrett has committed 2 errors already today. Hasn't been too great in the outfield and has hit a fly out to center in his only AB. That one's outside for ball 1. On a pitch, fly it out to center once again. And Markey will be under it and make the grab for out number 1. Now 2 center field flyouts for Barrett in the leadoff spot. He's 0 for 2, and that'll bring up Will Jeske. Yesterday it seemed like Donald Bray was close to getting ejected. I wonder how many ejections there have been in the West Coast League. First pitch to Will is drilled foul off to the left, and might get over the concession stand, and it does into the trees. He smoked that thing, but just got out in front of it, and it's 0-1. That was fair. That might have gone over the party deck sign. 0-1. And gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. Running after it is White, but it'll get out of play. Three hours, 34-minute long game yesterday. Longest game of the season for the Bears. 0-2. That's under it, flies it out to shallow center. It'll be Joyce backing up to the grass and making the grab for out number 2. Well, it seems to be a common trend of the Bears offense getting under balls. Not able to hit line drives, not able to hit stuff on the ground, but a lot of flyouts. I'll bring up Rowan. That's down and inside for ball 1. Carlson's done good. 2 2/3 innings. Scoreless ball, only 2 hits. That one will miss for ball 2. Only free base was to Finn Stewart, the hit by pitch. Well, neither of them ended up scoring after Garitano lined out to short with the bases loaded. 2-0. Off the end of the bat, foul, and it's 2-2. Rowan, 222 on the year. Carlson will step off and trying to get another sign here between him and Edmonds. And steps off again. 2-1 to Rowan. 2 outs. First 2 retired on flyouts. In the bottom of the third. There's a fly ball, but it goes foul, and it's evened up at 2-2. Oh, Rowan and Lundberg, the only 2 guys on the roster to have come from other teams. Oh, Rowan coming from the Pippins, Lundberg coming from the Portland Pickles. Another grounder over to second. It'll be Joyce from the outfield grass, and he'll make the throw to first for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 frame. Top 3 in the Bears lineup are now 0-6. As we head to the top of the 4th, 3-0 Port Angeles.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com to be a part of this special event.
Lefties, your local partner when finding a new or certified pre-owned vehicle. They're shopping for your next car, truck, or SUV on Congress Avenue for 700 Habitat.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Top four, Dylan Henson's day is done. He finishes with 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. New guy up for the Black Bears is going to be Chase Brushy. Chase Brushy has only pitched in 1 game in the regular season. That came back on the 12th against the Marion Berries, pitched a scoreless frame. Now he's back out here for the 4th inning. The Bears needing pitching from Ottawa University in Arizona. They'll face off against Matisic, and then the top of the lineup once again in Markey and Joyce. First pitch. This is going to hit the zone for strike 1. Brushy has not been used too much in this season. One of the 2 returners played on the Bears last season. Did not pitch against Port Angeles, though. Breaking ball misses outside, and it's 1-1. Brushy's got a fastball slider curve combo. Heater's got a lot of good ride to it. 1-1 is going to miss a bit high and away for ball 2. Vila goes to around 88. Matisic hit a double in his first at-bat. Came around to score as that one is fouled off. It'll get out of play, and it's 2-2. Three runs already, 5 hits for the Lefties, and now a 2-2. Breaking ball goes way high, and it's 3-2. Curveball just misses. Wasted. Brushy now, the payoff. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First batter goes down on the strikeout swinging in Matisic. First strikeout of the day for Brushy. Second of the season, and it's 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Back to the top of the lineup in Tommy Markey, who it doesn't seem like anybody's going to get him out in this series, as he's already 2 for 2 on the day. Now has 8 hits, all of them singles. Up his average to 383 after his 3 for 5 game yesterday. Might be up to 400 by the time this series is over. On the way he's playing. That one misses a bit low, and it's 1-0. Brushy at Ottawa in play. A team that went 31-20. 1-0 is over the leap of Rowan at third, and a 3-for-3 day for Markey. He just keeps on hitting the ball hard. Make that 9 hits on the series for Markey. 9 for 13 this series. 9 singles. 3 straight 3-hit games. Make that 7 multi-hit games on the season for Markey, as he is killing the Bears pitching staff in this series. I'll bring up Levi Joyce. Check swing, but called ball 1 a bit high. Joyce has a walk and a sac fly that brought in the second run of the day for the Lefties. One 0 inside. Well, chase before Ottawa was at Chemeketa, down in Salem. So if he comes in when the Black Bears take on the Berries at Chemeketa, he'll be playing in his old college stadium. 15 1/3 last season for Chemeketa, 3.58 ERA as the fastball hits the zone for strike 1. Freshman year, 3.13 in 23 innings. Had a good couple seasons with Chemeketa, as that one will hit Joyce on the leg, and he will take first base. Second hit by pitch of the day for Cowlitz pitching. After the 4 walks, and now 2 are on with 1 out. Taylor Kirk trying to bring in his Fordham teammate, who stands on second with 1 out. First pitch from Brushy, misses inside, almost hits Kirk. And it's 1-0. First hit by pitch for Brushy this season. He's yet to walk anybody, but has only played in 2 games. That's skied on the infield. It'll be Davidson and Rowan running after it. Davidson will call and make the grab for out number 2. Infield fly rule was in effect there, called by Dylan Self, bases umpire, and Davidson makes the grab for out number 2. Well, 1 more out before the first scoreless frame for the Lefties today. It'll be Chance Doty. 0 for 1 with a walk, ended up scoring on an error by Liam Barrett. Throw that went into the Port Angeles dugout. Allowed him to score easily. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. Two on, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Lefty's already up 3. 0-1. Curveball misses way outside, and it's 1-1. Clearing up a bit. Another one low and away, and it's 2-1. Well, Doty had 5 3-hit games at Stony Brook this season. 3 of them coming in March. Ripped down the line, and that's a fair ball. That'll get all the way over to the corner. Markey will score easily. Joyce stops at third. And an RBI double for Chance Doty. A 4-0 Port Angeles lead here in the 4th. We're going to get a pinch runner for Chance Doty at second. Garrett Cooper will take over at second for Doty, who doubles in a run. And the streak of Port Angeles scoring 1 run in each inning continues into the 4th. After the double that just stays fair for Doty. Kane Jinks now with 2 in scoring position and 2 outs. First pitch misses high for ball 1. 0 for 2 is Jinx, and he foul tips it back to the boards as it's 1-1. Well, the Lefties have twice the runs as the Bears have hits so far today. Slider veers away, and it's 2-1. Well, the Port Angeles offense has been very good in this series, and it continues today. Already 4 on the board. 2-1. Low, ball 3. We're in the 4th inning, and Jinx and Edmonds are the only two that haven't reached in the starting lineup. Oh, 3-1. And that's ball 4. 8 of 9 have reached in the starting lineup today, just Edmonds. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a double play, as it'll be Will White. He's reached in both of his at-bats, 2 walks. One of the walks drove in a run in the first, but the second was gonna score, but left too early on the sac fly and was called out at third. Another one misses for ball 1. First walk of the season for Brushy. That walk to Jinx. And loads the bases with 2 outs. 1-0. There's a fastball down the middle for strike 1.
Yeah, I was going to say I might have one left by the time I get there.
7 hits already for the Lefties. They had 10 hits by the 5th inning yesterday. Just misses for ball 2. It's not good for the Bears if you're kind of running out of pitching, and there's still 10 more games in a row before the first off day. Bit inside, and it's 3-1. Walk would bring in a run here for the Bears and make it a 5-0 game. Joyce on third, Cooper on second after the pinch running for Doty, and Jinx on first. 3-1. That's ball 4, and that'll walk in a run. Third walk of the day for Will White. And that'll bring in a run. It's 5-1 Port Angeles. Meeting at the mound, quick meeting between Jeske and Brushy. As at a time where the offense is at an all-time low, the pitching is now hitting rock bottom at the same time. Now it's Eric Valdivia. Singled in his last at-bat. Oh, flew out to right, back in the first. That's a chopper over to the second. It'll be Garitano throw on to first for out number 3. 2 more runs come in for the Lefties as they have a 5-0 lead heading to the bottom of the 4th.
Take this moment to thank our military and first responders for their service. If you're an active military or a veteran, law enforcement, fire, or medical personnel, please stand and be recognized.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal. With a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Well, the Black Bears find themselves down 5 yet again here in the bottom of the 4th as the Lefties have a 5-0 lead. And they were able to come back from down 5 in the game yesterday. Ended up losing that one, though, 10-6. They were down 4 on Tuesday. Ended up coming back to win that one, and it's going to have to happen again for the 3rd straight game here in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Poffenroth, Sable, and Stewart facing off against Liam Carlson, who is making quick work of the Black Bears offense. 3 scoreless innings so far. Lowering his 13.5 ERA on the season through these 3. One misses low to Poff, and it's 1-0. Was somebody warming up in the bullpen for the Black Bears? No longer there. Time is called as Carlson will step off. 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. One run in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and 2 in the 4th for the Lefties as they're looking to easily take this series here in Longview before heading back home. Take on the Kelowna Falcons. Outside, 3-0. Poffenroth has flown out to center. Four flyouts to center so far. Markey's been busy out there. .3-0. That's a breaking ball. Curve that hits the zone for strike 1. Well, Black Bears have scored 5 runs in an inning in both games this series. How about a 3rd, eh? It starts with a walk to Poffenroth. Poffenroth will reach leadoff walk. First leadoff batter to not fly out to center. Every leadoff hitter in the first 3 innings flew out to center. And that streak's finally over. Poffenroth on first with the walk, and now it's Jarrett Sable who hit a single in his first at-bat. Outside, ball 1. Sable now 6 hits on the season. Pretty good offensively. Had a bit of a struggle behind the plate yesterday. And he'll pop one up infield side into shallow left center. It'll be Kirk backing up and making the grab for out number 1. Oh, 1 out now after the Sable fly out, and now it'll be Finn Stewart. It's gone from rain to the sun now, kind of coming out. Crazy how the weather works out here, huh? First pitch to Stewart is inside for ball 1. Well, Stewart usually the guy on aux playing the music here at David Story Field while the guys are doing batting practice. In the zone, 1-1. I will say, as someone who's heard the music that he plays, he has some good taste, and he listens to a lot of different genres. I think he's the perfect guy for the aux here. And that's why he keeps getting chosen for it. That one's outside, 2-1. Played some dubstep on Tuesday, played country today. Had some reggae last week. He's got a lot of genres he listens to. Some good music taste for Finn Stewart. That's rip foul. And out of play for strike 2. Stewart looking to get a hit in all 3 games in this series. Reached on a hit by pitch on the first pitch. Back in the second. Now with 2-2. Outside, 3-2. Offenroth on first. He's 3 for 5 on steals so far this season. Three-two. That will miss just outside for ball 4. 2 walks in this inning for Carlson. And now men on first and second with only 1 out for Paxton Bigby.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the first baseman, number 36, Paxton Bigby.
Well, after the 2 walks, there's going to be a meeting at the mound. Well, first 2 walks of the game for Carlson. He hit Finn Stewart and now has walked him. Finn Stewart's reached twice on free bags.
Your local go-to newspaper. Get the local news and notices at TDN.com. Cross all businesses with our full-service Amplify Digital Agency. Contact us today to amplify your business. Go Black Bears!
Bigby, one of the 4 guys hitting lefty in this lineup. This lineup is going left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right. I might have put too many in there. 4 lefties, 5 righties. You get the gist.
Now, as promised, first baseman number 36, Paxton Bigby.
Bigby flew out to center in his first at bat, got under one, skied it over to Markey. In the rain, now the sun out. It's kind of cool. It's just peeking out over the clouds. Now the first pitch to Bigby is gonna miss. Low near the turf at the shoelaces for ball 1. Offenroth on second and Finn Stewart on first. Black Bears looking to get on the board here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 ripped up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Rounding third is Poffenroth. Throw to the plate is not in time. RBI single for Paxton Bigby. And the Bears do get on the board. It's 5-1. Eighth RBI of the season for Bigby. As he now has 10 hits on the year. Drives in Poffenroth. Bears are on the board here in the 4th, and now it'll be Sam Davidson. Davidson hit a single in his first at-bat. That was 1 in 2 straight games as the breaking ball hits the zone for strike 1. Stewart moves to second. Bigby on first. Oh, 1. Inside, and it's 1-1. Two on, 1 out, 1-1. 1 run already in for the Bears. Now down 4. Fly ball into center field. Markey making a run at it, and he will make the grab. No tag at second from Stewart, and that's the second out. Two on, 2 out, and Nicky Garitano now in an 0 for 21 slump. He's going to head to the plate and try and drive in a run. Big space in between first and second. Could be just Joyce trying to cover Finn Stewart at second. Decent lead by Finn Stewart. Popped up foul ground. Under it is White, but it just is out of his reach and will drop into foul ground. El Garitano lined out to short with the bases loaded to end the second. That is 2 on with 2 outs after having the bases loaded in his first at-bat. Runner goes, throw on to third as it's overslid, but he's out at third. Finn Stewart gets caught stealing. And that's the third out. 2 for 3 on the season now, Finn Stewart, but a run does come in for the Bears. Still down 4, though, as it's 5-1 Port Angeles.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
New pitcher after Chase Brushy finishes his outing with an inning. 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Well, as promised, Matt Henning is in to pitch. This is his first time pitching since the fall of 2024, he told me. Fall season with the University of Washington, he pitched a bit. Didn't pitch in the regular season for Washington and has not pitched yet this season in the West Coast League. But with the Black Bears running out of pitching, it'll be Henning to try and keep the deficit at 4 here in the top of the 5th. They'll face off against Edmonds, Matisic, and Markey in the top of the 5th. Well, Henning got a hit yesterday, 1 for 3. Getting the start at third. Drove in a run, walked twice. 4 for 24 in his 8 games, but has not pitched. That one hits the zone for strike 1. Do we technically count this as a position player pitching? That's ripped over to short, and it's under the glove of Davidson into center field. That was a very hard hit ball and a leadoff single for Edmonds. Now everybody in the starting lineup has reached for the Lefties, as they already have 8 hits on the day. Well, Matisic has a double, ended up scoring. The 1 run that they scored in the second on the sac fly from Levi Joyce. Now up for his 3rd at-bat after being the only strikeout victim of Brushy. As that one is up the middle, and it'll head into center field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Lefties. Back to the top of the lineup in Markey, who is 3 for 3. 3 singles and has 9 for 13 on the series here in the leadoff spot, usually hitting second behind Porras, but Porras not playing today. First pitch drops the bunt down over to Henning. Throw on to first is a bit wide, and off the bag is Bigby. Third error of the day for the Bears. And the bases are loaded with nobody out.
Having for Lefties, the second baseman, number 9, Levi Joyce.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Levi Joyce. They'll try and extend the lead here for the Lefties. Grounder over to second. It'll be Garitano. He'll only have to throw to first for out number 1. And another run comes in. It's 6-1 Lefties.
Having for the Lefties, the shortstop, number 1, Taylor Kirk.
Runners on second and third, one out, and it's Taylor Kirk. Levi Joyce drives in his second RBI. Levi Joyce, by the way, hit a sac fly and an RBI ground out to second yesterday as well as today. So he's had some identical games in his past 2. So that one's down the middle to Taylor Kirk for strike 1. That gets past Jeske, and here comes Matisic. He'll come in to score. As Jeske lets one get by him. And it's 7-1. Runner in Markey advances to third. Three errors and a pass ball so far today for the Bears, as they are playing very sloppy baseball this game and this series, as that's fouled off and it's 1-2. Up to 33 errors on the season. If you think that sounds like a lot, it's because it is. Infield all the way in, up on the grass. Bigby a little closer. Over at first. 1-2, a bit inside, and it's 2-2. Two. Grounder past the dive of Bigby into right field, and another run comes in. 8-1. Port Angeles has the lead.
Having for the Lefties, the left fielder, number 21, Garrett Cooper.
Garrett Cooper up for his first at-bat after pinch running for Chance Doty. Doty hit the double, scored a run. Grounder through the 5-5 hole into left field. Make that 4 singles on the inning. 11 hits on the day for the Lefties, and it is the 5th inning. Not a great debut for Henning. He's now given up 3 runs. 4 singles as Edmonds, Matisic, and Markey have all scored. And we're going to get a pinch hitter for Port Angeles as Garrett Patterson will come into the game for Kane Jinks. Oh, Garrett Patterson was pitched on Tuesday, pitched an inning, gave up 5 runs. None of them ended up being earned, though, as his ERA still stays at 3.37. But a two-way guy, as he's here. And will take strike one. You see San Diego Triton, redshirt freshman year this season. Only pitched 2/3 of an inning for UC San Diego. That'll miss for ball one. One grounded foul down the third base line, and it's 1-2. That hits the zone for strike three. Patterson goes down looking, and that is the first strikeout of the day for Henning. And the second out here in the top of the fifth. 2 outs, runners on first and second, and it'll be Will White. It's the zone for strike one to White. 3 walks on the day. He's reaching all 3 of his ABs. Now up to 6 walks on the year. Fouls it off himself, and it's 0-2. Oh, looks like Black Bears are going to try and get somebody else warmed up in that bullpen. I don't even know who they have left at this point. Oh, 2. Makes Will White duck on the high and inside pitch, and it's 1-2. One, 2 gets past Jeske again, and both runners will advance 90 feet. Three runs already in, 2-2. Fouls it off himself again. Painful at bat for Will White so far. He'll be ready to go. Might need a couple seconds to walk it off, but he's getting back there and will face the 2-2. Well, the most the Black Bears have lost by in a game is 7. They're down 7 right now. Way high and inside, makes Will White duck again, and it's 3-2. Payoff. That's ripped into left field, and that'll fall foul. Looked fair on first glance, but it's called foul by home plate umpire Dave Canales, and everybody will move back to their respective bases. If fair, it would have been 10-1. Would have scored both runners easily. Kirk at third, Cooper on second. Even the pinch hitters are getting hits in this one for the Lefties. Everything going right offensively for them. Three-two. Out off, we'll do it again. 8 pitches in this at-bat now between Henning and White. Kirk on third. 90 feet away from the 9th run of this game for the Lefties. 3-2. Swings it ball 4, but fouls it up and out of play. Now 9 pitches in this at-bat. Will White's putting together a good one. Already having walked 3 times. Nobody on the Black Bears side has walked 4 times in a game. Well, White might just do it in 4 ABs in the 5th. Payoff again. And there's walk number 4 for Will White. He's reached in all 4 of his at-bats, and that'll load the bases.
I'm ready for the Lefties. The third baseman, number 33, Eric Valdivia.
Well, 2 outs, and now it'll be Eric Valdivia. Fly ball into foul ground. Bigby makes a run at it, but it'll get out of play. Well, Cowlitz finished 21-33 last season, and 3 of those wins came against Port Angeles at the home of the Lefties. Another one fouled back, and it's 0-2 to Valdivia. Has a walk, fly out and a ground out. 1 for 3 today. One of the 11 hits for the Lefties. .02 is drilled foul. That's going to hit the college. They'll stay 0-2. Two outs, 0-2. Bit high, and it's 1-2. There's been 7 walks already in this game. Fly ball into right field. Offenroth is under it. He'll make the grab. 4 out, number 3, but 3 more runs come in, and Port Angeles has a commanding 8-1 lead, heading to the bottom of the 5th.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Well, the Lefties have left 11 men on, but one team has 8 and one team has 1. You can figure out which team has which. New pitcher for the Lefties is Takuma Sato from Mountain Hood Community College, his sophomore season this year. He's from Osaka, Japan. So I was talking about how Kane Jinks came a long way from Georgia and Tommy Markey came a long way from Philly. This dude came from across the world in Japan. Went to Kyoto Seisho High School and was with Mount Hood last season and this year, as well as the Lefties last year. Pitched against Cowlitz already last season, back on August the 6th. And pitched his season high with the Lefties last year. 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 3 hits, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. So it was pretty good against the Black Bears to end last year. Now it's back for year 2. Garitano leads off. He take ball 1. There's one, and that'll drop into the left center field gap. Garitano will try for 2. Throw on to second is going to be in time for out number 1. Oh, even the hits are not ending. Even the hits are ending in outs today. Nothing really going right for the Bears. Pinch hitter for Liam Barrett, Matt Priest, is back in his leadoff spot. Priest went 0 for 6 yesterday, as that is way outside for ball 1. Priest has gone 0 for 11 in this series, is in a bit of a slump after having a good Springfield series. Joe's bunt bit inside, and he bunts it into the Port Angeles dugout. Housed on the third base side here at David Story Field. Misses the bunt, and it's 1-2. Offense that is last in average, second to last in runs scored. And that's low. Count evens up at 2-2. Swung on and missed at the breaking ball, and that's strike 3. Priest now 0 for 12 in this series with 3 strikeouts. He'll head back to the dugout, and it'll bring up Will Jeske. Top 3 in the order are now 0 for 7 on the day. First pitch to Jeske. Outside half is called strike 1. That'll miss for ball 1. Now the wind blowing from left to right as usual. It's fairly dark over in right field compared to in left field where the sun's at. Bit outside, 2-1. Jeske came in as a pinch hitter yesterday, ended up walking in a run. 2-1 pitch off the end of the bat to the opposite field, but it'll fall foul. Alex Buchanan warming in the bullpen, as that will miss inside for ball 3. Buchanan is the only left-handed reliever that the Black Bears have after Jake Robinson's exit. That's ball 4, and Will Jeske will reach on the walk. I'll bring up Rowan. 2 groundouts to second. And it's the outside edge for strike 1. Well, it's a Throwback Thursday today, celebrating 15 years. First team in 2010. One's outside for ball 1. First Black Bears team has finished 18-30, which is the worst record they've had in their 15 years. They've only gotten better, at least compared to the first season. That one's fouled off for strike 2. Well, the Bears need to go 4-3 to match their first half from last year. And if this score holds, it's going to have to be 5-3. Sorry, 4-2. 4-2. 1-2. Breaking ball is going to miss, and Jeske is just going to take second easily. Stolen base for Jeske. He didn't seem like anybody realized he was running. He'll take second. That's his 3rd stolen base. He's 3 for 3 on steals so far this season. Time's called for Jeske to tie his shoes, make sure he doesn't trip. Don't want him tripping out there. Be bad for the economy. Outside ball 3, 3-2 with 2 outs. (3-2). That's ripped over to second again. And Joyce will throw on to first. Good stretch over there at first by Will White, and that's out number 3. Make that 3 groundouts to second for Trenton Rowan as we head to the top of the 6th. 8-1 Port Angeles.
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at CowlitzBlackBears.com. Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event.
Top 6 here at David Story Field. Alex Buchanan, the new pitcher for the Black Bears.
Defensive change for Black Bears from Scranton Valley College, and of course from Mark Forest High School, Trenton Lamb at catcher.
Trenton Lamb is going to get behind the dish at catcher. He's usually been the bullpen catcher all season, but is getting some playing time today as Jeske is going to be out of the game. Lamb, usually the bullpen catcher, has not gotten any playing time this season, but is here behind the dish from Skagit Valley.
For the Lefties, the catcher number 22, Jack Edmonds.
Oh, cool seeing Lamb out there after, spending a good month just catching bullpens. Finally getting some game time. It'll be Edmonds, Matisic, and Markey, the top 3 here in the top of the 6th. Buchanan pitched on Tuesday, didn't get an out. Didn't record an out, gave up 3 earned. So that one's popped up. to shallow center. It'll be Davidson to make the grab. And well, after not recording an out on Tuesday, he's got one on the first batter here in the top of the sixth. Matisic now up and ready to go. 2 hits, a single and a double, scored on both of those after getting driven in by Levi Joyce. Outside, ball 1. Buchanan, 11.25 ERA in his 8 innings. Struggled on Tuesday, struggled against Marion back on the 12th, making up 6 of his 10 earned runs. That swung on and missed for strike 1. Ottawa University in Kansas. So both the Ottawa guys, both the returners from last year's college squad pitching in this one. Kind of a weird coincidence how both the returners both played for an Ottawa, but in different places. As that breaking ball hits the zone for strike 2. Cannon has a fastball, sinker, slider. There's a curveball and a changeup in there at points. Mostly fastball at around half the time. That's up to 85. That's ripped down the left field line, but foul. We'll stay 1-2 to Matisic. Well, Matisic's teammate at Centralia, Liam Carlson, finished with 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. Good start for Carlson. 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout for Buchanan, and that's the second out. Here in the top of the 6th, and the Black Bears are trying to get their first scoreless frame on the pitching side in this one. It'll be Tommy Markey, who has reached 4 times today in his 4 at-bats, 3 singles, and a error by Henning. He was pitching the 5th inning, gave up 3 runs. First pitch to Markey. He's going to hit the zone, but dropped by Lamb. And it's 0-1. Lamb is from Longview, went to Mark Morris, just down the street, along with Stephen Hammergren, who we saw pitch the last couple days, as that one misses for ball 1. Well, Lamb playing for Skagit Valley alongside Gavin Poffenroth. It's in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Kieran Markison also a part of that Skagit Valley team. Saw him pitch yesterday. Didn't have his best outing, gave up 8 hits. Walked a few guys. Well, Lamb, his freshman season at Skagit Valley. So that one's popped up, and it'll get out of play. Count evens up at 2-2. Well, Lamb didn't play a game at Skagit Valley this season, but Mark Morris played 14 games in his senior season. At 278 in his 14. And now the 2-2. Another one in the turf, and it's 3-2. Markey, 9 hits, 9 singles in this series. Keep mentioning it, but it's just crazy how good Markey has been in these 3 games. Payoff. High ball 4. And for the 5th time this game, Tommy Markey reaches. There is just no way to get him out. at least in the past 3 games. As that'll bring up Levi Joyce. Has a walk, has a hit by pitch, no hits, but has driven in 2 on a sac fly and a ground out to second that brought in Jack Edmonds. First pitch to Joyce is gonna get off one of the poles near the netting for strike 1. 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Lefties. 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors for the Bears. As they have still yet to score too much in the early innings. Swung on and missed strike 2. Meanwhile, the Lefties have yet to not score in an inning. One run, 2 runs, 3 runs. Make up their first 5 innings on the offensive side of the ball. 0-2. That's strike 3. Alex Buchanan throws the first scoreless inning of the game for Black Bears pitching. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, the Black Bears still down 7, 8-1.
Private Bleak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard. Calendars Wednesday, July 24th is going to be an unforgettable night here at David Story Field. Bring the kids out for our annual.
Well, let's take a look at some of the other scores in the West Coast League. The Marion Berries are down 3 against the Bend Elks by a score of 5-2. The Knights are beating the Pippins in Yakima in the top of the 8th, 5-1. Pickles are up on the Sweets 4-3 in the 7th. And the Raptors are up 4-3 on the Drifters in the 5th. Portland Pickles, after starting 18-1, have lost 2 straight against the Sweets. All 3 of their losses have come against Walla Walla, and they seem to be the only team that can beat Portland in this season, as the Pickles have already clinched a playoff spot, which is crazy. But they are 6 games ahead of Walla Walla in first, and it used to be a lot more when they were 15, 16-1. Offenroth leads it off against Sato in his second inning of work as Hill missed ball 1. I don't know if anybody watching has any sort of familiarity with baseball YouTube. That's chopped over to second base. Joyce will grab it. They're on to first, is not in time. Offenroth makes it. And he's got a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring up Sable. Don't know if anybody watching's into baseball YouTube like that, but there's a guy that makes content called Baseball Doesn't Exist. And he just uploaded a video yesterday titled The Greatest Catches in Baseball History. The number 1 catch in baseball history, according to him, happened at this very stadium. Back in 2012, a guy named Derek Sahlberg made an amazing catch. We can't show it on the broadcast, but if you look up Derek Sahlberg, DERRICKSALBERG, it is one of the greatest catches of all time. He puts it at number 1, and it was kind of weird seeing that as he's a really big content creator on YouTube. He has 1 million subscribers, and he's talking about a play that happened at this stadium 12 years ago that happened all the way in the left field bullpen. It was a catch off of future major leaguer Keone Kela. He basically did a backflip and made the catch into the bullpen to save a 2-run game-tying home run in the NWAC playoffs. One's outside, 3-1. But overall, a great video from Mr. Doesn't Exist, if I may call you that. Highly suggest to watch. Baseball doesn't exist on YouTube. It's a great video. Just uploaded it yesterday. There's a blooper into right field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for Poffenroth and Sable. And there's 2 on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the left fielder, number 19, Finnegan Stewart.
Finn Stewart up with 2 on and nobody out. By the way, that catch made SportsCenter top 10 number 1 back in 2012. That was 13 years ago. That one misses high for ball 1. That was during the second season of Cowlitz baseball, just before their season started. Their 2012 team made the playoffs for the first time in 2012, as that one's fouled off by Finn Stewart, and it's 1-1. Sahlberg ended up going to UCF, though. I wonder what he's doing now. Yeah, that was 13 years ago. He could be doing anything right now. Keone Kella, of course, had a pretty good major league career. That one misses 2-1. Six hits on the day now for the Black Bears. And still down 7. Nobody out, 2 on, though. And that'll miss ball 3. A walk would load the bases here for Paxton Bigby, who's already driven in a run. Driven in the only run of the day for the Black Bears. 3-1. That's ripped over to short and past the dive of Kirk into center field. Rounding third is Poffenroth, and he will score. RBI single for Finn Stewart as his hot streak continues in this series. He's got an RBI, and it's 8-2. Paxton Bigby stepping up now. Drove in the first run back in the 4th. That was a single and a fly out to center. And now has 2 on with nobody out. A run already in this one. Crazy breaking ball, but misses low and inside for ball 1. Chopper over to second. Joyce will throw to short for 1. No throw to first. As Bigby will reach on the fielder's choice. Advancing the third is Sable. And there's 1 out. Runners on the corners for Sam Davidson. Foul back to the screen for strike 1. (8-2). 1 run already in, 2 runs now on 7 hits. 3 singles in a row for Poffenroth, Sable, and Stewart. That's ripped, and a diving stop by Kirk. Throwing to second for 1. What a play by Kirk at short. Run will come in, but it saves another single, the 4th of the inning, as he's able to get the runner at second for out number 2. That's a great diving play at short by Kirk. I'll bring up Nicky Garitano, 9-hitter. He shows bunt and pops it up on to the press box. Well, Garitano finally ended his 0 for 21 skid with a single to lead off the 5th, but got thrown out at second by Tommy Markey, the center fielder. 0-1. Fly ball, blooper into shallow right field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Well, Nicky Garitano has a 2-hit day. Dancing to second is Davidson, and it's back to 2 on with 2 outs. Top of the lineup in Matt Priest, who came in as a pinch hitter for Liam Barrett in the 5th.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the center fielder, number 26, Matt Priest.
8-3 now in the bottom of the 6th. This is Black Bears again, late showing life. First pitch to Priest. Bit low at the shins, and it's 1-0. One-0 pitch. Fouls it off himself, and it's 1-1. Well, Sato has now given up 5 hits, 2 earned. 2 guys warming up in the bullpen for the Lefties. I feel like it's not fair that we've seen more righties than lefties on the Lefties. That's way high. Gets Priest a duck, and it's 2-1. You know, you'd think there'd be a lot of lefty pitchers on the Lefties, a lot of lefty hitters. But on the pitching side, seen mostly righties. Bit of a scam, if you ask me. That's grounded down the third base line. Fair ball! All the way to the corner, rounding third is Davidson. Garitano stops at third, and it's an RBI double for Matt Priest. 8-4. And that'll bring out Donald Bray. Finally make a pitching change. 8-4. As the Black Bears are looking to come back yet again. As Trenton Lamb comes up for his first at-bat of the season. We have not seen Lamb come up, but he'll come up against a new pitcher. 2 on, in scoring position. 2 outs, 3 runs in for the Bears. And they're looking to make it interesting.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Oh, it seems as though Donald Bray listened to me as he put a lefty in. Ryan Rodriguez is the new pitcher out of Centralia. 2 Centralia pitchers pitching today for the Lefties. Rodriguez at 3.05 ERA and 17 2/3. Mostly a starter, has started 4 games, but is in the bullpen for his 6th appearance of the season. It'll be Trenton Lamb, who, after not playing for the first 20-some-odd games, is here. Came in as a defensive replacement for Jeske and is now going to be taking his first at-bat of the season. He's been here since the start, but just hasn't gotten playing time. Let's see how he does, though, in his first AB against a new pitcher. And Rodriguez, 3 runs already in, 4 runs in total, as they're still down 4. Both runners at second and third in Garitano and Priest are the responsibility of Sato, who's now given up 3 earned and could be 5 if these 2 end up scoring.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the catcher making his David Story debut, number 15, Trenton Lamb.
Well, it'll be Trenton Lamb in play for Skagit. He hasn't played this season. He's getting some playing time today against Ryan Rodriguez. Giving up 6 earned runs in his 17 2/3, and now the first pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Oh, if he gets on, Rowan's on deck for a lefty-lefty. 0-1. One's in the dirt, and it's 1-1. That one's inside, 2-1. Well, Carmona Jr. is dealing with an injury, so with Sable, the DH, Lamb was the only guy left that can play the catcher's position. As he swings and misses and ties the count up at 2-2. 2-2. Hounds grounded over to short. Kirk throw to first for out number 3. Let the Bears show some life as they score 3, but still down 4 as 8-4, the Port Angeles Lefties have the lead.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal. With a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Ready to go for inning number 7 of the day. Here in game 3, 8-4, the Lefties have the lead. Facing a lefty in Buchanan for the second inning after he threw a very solid top of the 6th. First scoreless frame of the day for the Lefties came last inning against Buchanan. And now he's back out there looking to eat some innings for a pitching staff that is a bit taxed so far, and especially with 10 straight games left to go in this 13 straight game stretch. 3 at Corvallis, 1 at Ridgefield, 3 at Portland, and then 3 at home against Springfield. Before the next off day on July the 7th, it's going to be a grind. Let me tell you. Taylor Kirk leads off. Chance Doty. Never mind. Garrett Cooper. Forgot he was pinch hitting. And Garrett Patterson, the top 3 in the lineup. That one's low and away for ball 1. Oh, Taylor Kirk, 2 for 4. RBI single in the 5th. Drove in one of the 3 runs that scored and made it an 8-1 lead. Now it's 8-4 as that's ripped up the middle past the dive of Davidson into center field. That'll make it 3 singles for Taylor Kirk as he leads off the top of the 7th with a rocket single. Well, that is now 4 innings in which the leadoff man has reached for the Lefties. The 1st, the 3rd, the 5th, and now the 7th. For some reason, only the odd innings they can get the leadoff man on. But in the even innings, the 2nd, the 4th, and the 6th, they've still managed to score 3 runs. So it seems like every inning their offense has been good today. 12 hits now after that single, and that's strike 1 to Garrett Cooper. 0-1 to Cooper, misses a bit low, and it's 1-1. Cooper was with the Drifters last year. He'll be playing against his old squad in the later season, in late July. Runner goes, and it's fouled back to the screen. Kirk will have to head back to first. 2 for 2 on stolen bases this season is Kirk. Now with a 3-hit game of his own. Now has 6 multi-hit games on the season. Cooper hit a single and a double. Ripped foul into the Port Angeles dugout. That's the screen out there in front of them. And it's 1-2. Well, Cooper started on Tuesday, went 1 for 4, hit a double. So has hits in both of the games he's played this series, as well as it seems like everybody else. One, two. Fly ball into shallow center, ranging is Priest, and he'll make the grab. Throw on to first, and not in time. Smart thinking from Priest, throwing it back to first, but Taylor Kirk just gets back there in time, and it's going to be out number 1. Oh, Garrett Patterson out there for another at-bat. Struck out looking. It's the only strikeout for Henning in the 5th. First pitch from Buchanan is going to just miss for ball 1. Oh, Garrett Patterson. Yeah, earlier I talked about how a lot of these guys only major in like 3 things. Garrett Patterson's majoring in history. Now that's good. That's something you don't see every day. Grounded to third, throw on to first from Rowan is in time for out number 2. Well, Will White's had a interesting game. 0 for 0 technically. That has 4 walks on the day. Walked in the first, walked in the third, walked in the fourth, walked in the 5th. Some would say he's getting his cardio in right now. Doing all this walking. Scored in none of them. He actually has not scored yet. We thought he scored in the 3rd inning after he tagged up from 3rd, but apparently he tagged up too early and was called out. That one misses for ball 1. At this point, you're wondering how many guys in the West Coast League this season have walked 5 times in a game. 1-0. I guess we won't know as that's flied out to center, and Priest will make the grab. For out number 3, Buchanan to scoreless. Doing a good job in relief as it's time to stretch here at David Story Field. 6-4. The Lefties lead it.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
I'm here to admit that I'm a bit of a hypocrite when it comes to the 7th inning stretch, because I tell everybody that they need to stretch and be ready for the rest of the game, but I don't actually do it. I'm going to admit it straight up. I don't be stretching on the 7th inning stretch, but you still should, you know. Don't follow my lead. Just do what just make sure you're stretched. Ryan Rodriguez out there for another inning after getting Trenton Lamb to ground to short to end the 6th. But 3 runs came in for the Bears as their offense is starting to pick up just a tad. It'll be Rowan, Poffenroth, and Sable. Poffenroth led off the 6th with a single, ended up scoring. But Rowan is grounded to second 3 times today. And keeps rolling him over, hit him on the ground, but not fast enough to get past Joyce as He is 0 for 3 on the day. Let's talk about how the lineup for the Lefties have managed to reach everybody. Rowan's the only one that hasn't reached in the Bears lineup. As he'll take strike one down the middle. Rodriguez last pitch on Sunday pitched 5 2/3 scoreless, so he had a really good outing against the Nanaimo Night Owls. 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, and earned the win. As that one is gonna head to the boards for ball one. Rodriguez is from Wichita, Kansas, but he was in the West Coast League because he was at Centralia. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Rodriguez was committed to a place a little bit closer to home, Kansas Wesleyan, but ended up decommitting and going to Centralia. As that one's in the dirt. That was a good scoop by Edmonds, and it's 3-1. That misses ball 4. Now everyone in the Black Bears lineup has reached. It's going to take a lot more on the offensive side, though. Leadoff walk, though, from Rowan. And he's on first with nobody out for Poffenroth. Poffenroth now has a hit in 6 of his last 7 games. As he had a single in the 6th, scored, and scored after his walk in the 4th. Has led off the inning in all 3 of his at-bats and has managed to get on twice. They'll take strike one. Throw back to first. Not in time. Rowan, 1 for 1 on steals so far this season. Nobody in the Bears bullpen. Buchanan most likely going to head out for the 8th. Fouls that one off to the right side. Look out over there if you're a little leaguer. And it's 0-2. Poff has been a staple in an offense that has been struggling. He's been one that has really kept up his good form. 0-2. Grounded down the third base line, foul. And it'll stay 0-2. Sable on deck. He's got 2 hits on the day. Having a good start to the season offensively. 0-2. Chopper over to Joyce at second, and he'll tag the runner. Throw to first is not in time. Rowan looked to have a delayed reaction as he's going to head back to the dugout for out number 1. And after facing 2 lefties in the first 3, Donald Bray is going to take Ryan Rodriguez out of the game and put in another pitcher to face off against Sable. Well, when we come back, bottom 7, 1 on, 1 out. Black Bears still have a lot of work to do, down 4.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Longview Grocery Outlet. So call 360-636-4321 to sign up today. That's Snap Fitness.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but we have some good content with the players coming up soon. Got to ask them some questions, get to know some of them personality-wise, and we hope everybody likes it when it eventually releases. Should be on the Instagram. So make sure to follow the Instagram at Cowlitz Black Bears for all of your updates and whatever else you need for Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. Well, after this one, heading to Corvallis tomorrow to take on the Knights for 3 at Goss Stadium. Pretty excited. Goss is a very big stadium, houses a Division I school that made the College World Series in Oregon State. It should be a really fun matchup. You can listen to the audio on CowlitzBlackBears.com. And, well, hopefully we win a couple, maybe sweep. Try it out. You never know what's going to happen in baseball. Jack Joyce is the new pitcher. He'll come in for Ryan Rodriguez. Donald Bray putting in a righty to face the lefty Sable. Bit of an interesting tactic. What up for? We'll see if it works out. Jack Joyce from Lynn Benton. We've seen a lot of Lynn Benton guys in the past 2 series, so it's nice that we get one in this one. Might as well, since we're going to see Corvallis, and they have 4 or 5 Lynn Benton guys. Sophomore year, though, he pitched to an infinite ERA, which, yes, that is possible if you didn't know, an infinite ERA. Gave up 7 earned runs without recording an out the entire season in 3 games. On February the 18th against Clark, he 0.0, 1 earned run, 2 walks. Gave up 1 against Umpqua on March the 20th with 3 walks, and gave up 5 with 3 walks on April the 24th against Mount Hood. So if you don't get an out and you give up 7 runs, yeah, that's an infinite ERA. How that's possible? Don't ask me, please. Outside for ball 1 is Sable. Well, Jack Joyce was actually with Mount Hood last season, as well as a lefties returner. Pitched 10 2/3 for them last year. There's one that hits the lower half for strike 1. This is his 3rd season in the West Coast League. Was with the Lefties last year and was with the Bend Elks in 2023. And it's bobbled by Edmonds, and taking second is Poffenroth. Well, Edmonds did not know where that was, and Poffenroth, even with the very late reaction, is still able to take second without a throw. And he's now in scoring position with 1 out. 2-1 to Sable. Gets a piece of it, fouls it way out of play, and it's 2-2. Well, Joyce has pitched against Cowlitz. He did in 2023, back on August the 4th of 2023. Pitched 2 2/3, gave up 1 run. Earned the loss against the Black Bears in their season. Diving stop at first by Will White, and he tags the bag. What a play at first by Will White. Normally a catcher, but is still able to make some good defensive plays at first. He saves a run from possibly coming in, and Poffenroth, he advances to 3rd, and Sable's down for out number 2. Well, Finn Stewart has reached in all 3 of his attempts. Different ways. Hit by pitch, walk, single. Swung on and missed. Gets past Edmonds, but he kind of stares down Poffenroth at 3rd while backtracking to get the ball. And it's 0-1. Jack Joyce looking for a 4-year after his JUCO season, as that one will hit Finn Stewart. Poffenroth was attempting to try and get to home. If it didn't hit Stewart, he would have made it easily. Once Stewart gets hit, and he'll take first. He's now reached in all 4 of his tries. 2 hit by pitches for Finn Stewart, as well as the walk and the single. Speaking of singles, Paxton Bigby singled in the first run of the game for the Bears. All the way back in the fourth, and now has runners at the corners with 2 outs. Bears looking to lower the deficit down from 4. That one's just outside for ball 1. One 0. Fouls it off to the opposite field. It'll get out of play, and it's 1-1. Davidson on deck. Ended up grounding into a fielder's choice with a nice diving grab at short by Kirk. But it drove in a run back in the 6th. 1-1. Way outside, and it's 2-1. Edmonds having to really extend his glove out there to grab that one. Two 1. Inside, 3-1. Black Bears are within slam range. Lockwood put the tying run up to the plate in Davidson. 3-1. There's ball 4. Bigby takes the walk. And with 2 outs, Donald Bray will make another pitching change. So this will be the 3rd pitcher we've seen so far today. In this inning. It will be the 5th pitcher that Port Angeles uses today. As Jack Joyce comes out of the game. I think only gotten the 1 out. The ground out to Sable. Nice diving stop from Will White, but now with the bases loaded in 2 outs, we'll see what happens with Sam Davidson and his at-bat. Bears down 4.
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash, presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then, stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show, presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at CowlitzBlackBears.com. Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event.
Bottom 8, bases loaded, 2 outs, and Sam Davidson to come to the plate against Francisco Lopez, the new pitcher for the Lefties. Well, Francisco Lopez went to Dyersburg State sophomore year in 2025, and you might be wondering, where's Dyersburg State? It's in Dyersburg, Tennessee, of course. Bit north of Memphis. He's committed, though, to Ottawa, the Arizona Ottawa, where Chase Brushy is currently at. So this still might be Brushy's future teammate who's pitching in this one. Lopez originally from Los Mochis, Mexico, but grew up in Tucson, Arizona. Only pitched 7 2/3 for Dyersburg State this season. But last year was with Yakima Valley College and was also with the Lefties. The Lefties have a lot of returners from last year's squad. Lopez has a fastball slider changeup, mostly with a cutter involved as well. Curveball peeking its head out at points, but not too much. Fastball gets up to 88. That's some good spin on the slider, though. 11.57 ERA. He's given up 6 earned runs. This is his 6th game. All of them coming out of the bullpen. Last outing came against Nanaimo on Sunday. Threw an inning, gave up a run. Now the first pitch to Davidson is going to hit the zone for strike 1. Oh, 1, 2 outs, bases loaded. Lopez kicks and deals. Curveball misses for ball 1. Well, Poffenroth is on third, Finn Stewart is on second, and Paxton Bigby, after his walk, is on first. Rodriguez and Joyce both have pitched in this inning, and still 2 guys warming up in the Lefties bullpen. That one's inside for ball 2 as Lopez gives a bit of a grunt. Bit of a Robbie Ray style grunt. Two one. Fly ball into deep left field, but it'll be veering foul. Davidson got all of that one, but just out in front as it's 2-2. Grand slam would tie the game. Davidson in a big spot. Counts evened up at 2 apiece. Black Bears have 7 outs to play with here, down 4. Nice to get a run here with 2 outs, though. 2-2. That's low and away, 3-2. Every runner is going to get a head start. Poffenroth, Stewart, Bigby. We'll start running early here, 3-2 with 2 outs. Walk brings in the 5th run. Runners go 3-2. Fly ball into the left field gap. Going back on it is Markey, and he's not able to get there. 1 run's in. 2 runs are in. Here comes Bigby. To third is Davidson. He overslides and called out. The runs will score, and the Black Bears have cut the lead to 1. It's 8-7. Three-run double for Davidson. He gets thrown out at third, but he also seems hurt on the play. Well, it was 8-1. It seems as though we have turned into cardiac cowlets, as it is 8-7. Davidson still in pain over there at third. Hopefully he's okay. Let's see what happened on the slide. Overslid the bag, got tagged at third by Valdivia. Well, he seems to be walking it off, and might be okay to head over to short. Well, 3 runs in the 6th, 3 runs in the 7th, and it is 8-7. Can you believe it? Black Bears are coming back yet again, and they've made this a ball game. Would be a huge win. Able to win the series. Have some momentum heading into Corvallis. Buchanan pitching well. He's out there for another inning, trying to get 3 scoreless. He's been very good. Sam Davidson, though, is going to exit the game with an injury. We'll see if he's okay. Braden Lundberg is going to be coming in at short for Davidson, but What an at-bat for Sam Davidson. I have to give him his props, a 3-2. Able to hit it into the left center field gap and score all 3 runs. A bases clearing double. Thrown out at third, though, but it's still only a 1-run deficit after an 8-1 lead from the Lefties. Buchanan trying to throw a third straight scoreless as the offense has gone stale against Buchanan in the first 2. It'll be the bottom 3, Valdivia, Edmonds, and Matisic. Outside, ball 1. It's just going to miss outside, 2-0. Black Bears were down 4, came back to win on Tuesday. We're down 5, came back to tie, but lost in 11. Down 7 here. You better hope the Corvallis doesn't go up 9 tomorrow. It's going to get fouled out of play for strike 1. 8-7 in the top of the 8th. It was 8-1 2 innings ago. Valdivia has a single, but is 1 for 4. 2 flyouts to right and a ground out to second. Make up his at-bats. One's outside, 3-1. Valdivia has 7 walks on the year. Also 14 strikeouts, hitting at .255. Now the 3-1. That's going to miss outside, ball 4. And for the 5th inning, the leadoff man is reached for the Lefties. I'll bring up Jack Edmonds. Got his first hit of the series back in the 5th, but is overall 1 for 4, as well as Valdivia with 2 flyouts and a double play back in the 3rd. Valdivia on first, 2 for 2 on stolen bases, but doesn't have too big of a lead off of first. That one will hit the zone for strike 1. Oh, it's looking like we might get another long game here today. 3.5 hours yesterday. We're already 2.5 in today. Ripped over to short. Diving stop by Lundberg. Flip with the glove to second. No throw to first, but a great diving stop by Lundberg at short to get the leadoff man. Lundberg, the defensive replacement for Davidson, is already making his mark on this inning as he saves it from heading into center field and is able to get the lead runner. Oh, looks like Matisic just got taken out of his spot in the lineup, and we'll see a pinch hitter. I don't know if you can see that on the broadcast, but Donald Bray just waved his hand and told Matisic, get off, get out. And now we have Jeremy Giesick to pinch hit for Matisic. And on first one out, Giesick was a pinch hitter yesterday as well. Got the start on Tuesday, went 0 for 5. Giesick hitting at 155. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Matisic finishes 2 for 4. Single, double, and 2 strikeouts. Runner on first now in Edmonds. Way outside, but nice grab over to slide over by Trenton Lamb. Well, Buchanan, already 2 scoreless, has gotten the first out here in the top of the 8th. 1-1. Another one outside, 2-1. Favorite athlete is J.J. Hardy, which is one heck of a pull. I got to appreciate Giesick for that one. 2-1. Swung on and missed, 2-2. Cal State San Bernardino this season was with the Lefties last year, was their only all-star last year after hitting at a 370. 77 hits. 2-2. Just misses outside, 3-2. Close call for home plate umpire Dave Canales. And now it's a full count with 1 out. And on first and Edmonds, 8-7, 3-2. Fly ball into deep left field, and that one is way out of here. Jeremy Giesick with an absolute bomb out to left field. And it's a 10-7 Port Angeles lead. Well, that'll bring out Dan Spencer, and we will have a change here at David Story Field. 2-run shot for Jeremy Giesick. Puts the Lefties on top, 10-7.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard. For special 8-time matchup against Springfield Drifters. Thanks to our friends at Safeway Albertsons, nourishing neighbors. Limited number of general admission tickets will be free. Yes, you heard me right. That's free.
327 feet on that home run by Jeremy Giesick, 101 off the bat. Finn Stewart moved about 2 steps back and realized that that one was heading into the party deck. First home run of the series for the Lefties, as new pitcher in the game is going to be Trig Behrens. Trig Behrens pitched yesterday, only pitched 1/3 of an inning. Pitched 1 batter, got him out, did his job. Now back out here for the top of the 8th. 2 runs already in for the Lefties. And 1 out and back to the top of the lineup in Tommy Markey and Levi Joyce. Behrens will come in and face 2 lefties to start off. Only lefty in the bullpen for the Black Bears has been used already. Buchanan was the only one. And now it's just going to be straight righties for Black Bears pitching staff against the Lefties. Seems like poetic justice that Black Bears are out of lefties against the Lefties because they took them all. Behrens overall 10.56 ERA and 7 2/3. Been struggling recently, past 5 outings. Besides the Port Angeles 1 batter he got out, he's given up 9 earned runs. After his first 3 outings, he didn't give up any. Well, Black Bears had a comeback going. We're down 1, but now down 3 once again. We're about to get set here for Trig Barons in this one. 5th pitcher used by the Black Bears. And Tommy Markey reaching all 5 of his at-bats, whether it be his 3 singles or his walk or his reaching on an error. He has reached 5 times and has scored 3 times. Trig, first pitch swinging, and that's popped up to left field. And for the first time today, Tommy Markey will not reach. Is this where we celebrate? Tommy Markey, though, has been absolutely killing the Bears. He finally gets out on the pop up to left. And that's 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. That'll bring up Levi Joyce. 0 for 3, but has driven in 2 and scored 1. That will hit the zone for strike 1. (10-7). Someone in the bullpen over there in Port Angeles has gone onto the field to get something. He's back there. Outside for ball 1. Somebody warming up in the bullpen for the Lefties. Very far out there in left field. Kind of hard to see who it is. It's going to miss for ball 2. Looks like it was Giesick warming out there in the bullpen. He just hit a home run, and now he might pitch. The bottom of the 8th. Seems like the Bears might not be the only guys that are out of pitching after a very long series. That one is fouled off for strike 2. Well, Giesick does come in. It'll be his first time pitching this season. Matter of fact, not sure he's pitched at all in his college career. That is extended for 3 seasons. Fly ball in the left field. Running after it is Finn Stewart, but it'll drop in front of him for a base hit. First hit of the game for Levi Joyce. He's on first with 2 outs. Taylor Kirk now 5 hits in his last 2 games after 3 singles today. 3 for 5 day today. Went 0 for 8 between Sunday and Tuesday's game. Pickoff to first, and they got him. Good pickoff by Trig Barons as he gets out of it. Heading to the bottom of the 8th, the Lefties score twice on a Jeremy Giesick home run and lead at 10-7.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal with a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Well, it turns out I was completely wrong at who was pitching in the bullpen. It was not Jeremy Giesick, as well, that would have been preposterous. Who would have thought it was Jeremy Giesick in the bullpen? Not me. Instead, it was Jake Cumming, who was out here for the bottom of the 8th. Pitched yesterday, walked all 3 batters he faced and gave up 2 earned. Didn't have the best outing. Pitched the bottom of the 9th, a 5-run 9th that led to a 6-6 tie yesterday. Back out there and trying to redeem himself here in Game 3. Coming from Nevada, played his sophomore year in Reno in 2025, but committed to Coppin State for next season. Only pitched 11 innings for UNR. 14 2/3 for UNR last season, but is like what it seems like everybody else on the lefty squad is a returner. Played there in 2023 and 2024. Didn't play against Cowlitz though in either of those seasons. Garitano leads off, bottom of the lineup, and then it'll be the top of the lineup in Priest and Trenton Lamb. First pitch from Cumming is low for ball 1. There is a fastball right down the pipe for strike 1. Behind it a little bit, fouls it off to the right out of play. And it's 1-2. One. That'll hit the zone, strike 3. First batter of the day for Cumming is a strikeout looking of Garitano. That is out number 1. I'll bring up Matt Priest. Hit a double in his last at-bat. Struck out his first after pinch hitting for Liam Barrett. Fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Well, Cummings' fastball gets up to 93, 91 to 93. Has some good run on it. Also has a changeup that goes up to 92. So that one's inside for ball 1. The number 5 right-handed pitcher out of high school, according to Perfect Games rankings, from Fernley, Nevada. So went to his hometown college in UNR. Fernley's a bit east of Reno. That one misses ball 2. Two one, swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Fastball 56% of the time. That's a 78th percentile velocity up to 93. 2-2. That'll miss. Catcher Edmonds thought it was strike 3, but it's just short, and the count runs full 3-2. Cummings' problem yesterday was walks. See if he walks the first guy here. In the top of the lineup in Priest. Does a little shimmy, 3-2. Chopped foul down the third base line. This dude thinks he's Johnny Cueto. We'll see him do a little leg shimmy. Come on. Oh, there we go. A little bit of a shimmy. 3-2. Fouled off again. Good at bat here from Priest. See if he does it again. Oh, no. Nope, another shimmy. Difference between him and Cueto is Cueto did it when his leg was up. He just does it before he winds up the pitch. He just shakes, he kind of shakes his booty. 3-2 outside, though, and that's ball 4. Priest is on first with 1 out, and it'll be Trenton Lamb. Making his second at-bat of the season. He grounded out to short in his first. Bottom 8, 10-7. The Lefties lead it. And that one's in the dirt. Nice scoop from Edmonds. And it's 1-0. A lot of heckling coming from David Story Field. 1-0. Throw back to first and not in time. As that's called ball 2. Never mind, strike 1, 1-1. Home plate umpire Dave Canales didn't do the strike symbol. Thought it was called a ball, but it was down the middle. Called strike 1. 1-1 from Cumming. That'll miss outside, 2-1. Oh, Trenton Lamb up to bat. Trenton Rowan on deck. We had a Trent Wainfeld. We had 3 Trents at one time. That's low ball 3. And there's going to be a meeting at the mound between Edmonds and Cumming. Cumming has now walked 4 in this series. 3 yesterday, now Priest today. That's with 1 out. Possibility of 2 on with Trenton Rowan being the tying run heading to the plate. Lamb pinch hit for Will Jeske, who finished 0 for 2 with a walk and a stolen bag. (3-1). Swung on and missed, and another 3-2 count. See if Cumming does the shimmy again. Did it 3-2 against Priest. No, not this time. Payoff. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Trenton Lamb goes down swinging, and that's out number 2. Second strikeout of the inning for Cumming. That'll bring up Trenton Rowan. Grounded out to second 3 times and has walked. 0 for 3 so far today. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Well, Black Bears scored 5 in the bottom of the 9th yesterday. This is a very doable comeback. Just need that offense from yesterday and that walking. Inside ball 2, and that walking is looking to come to fruition. Has already won in this inning, and Trenton Rowan's in a good hitter's count, 2-0. Both these teams have played an incredible series. They've played it real close each game. Props to both of these teams for playing at least an enjoyable series. That one's outside, 3-0. That's going to hit the inside half for strike 1. Priest still on first. Walked, Lamb struck out, as well as Garitano. 3-1. That's going to hit the lower half for strike 2 and the 3rd straight full count. Hits the lower half at about the knee area for Rowan. Cumming could strike out the side here in the bottom of the 8th. For the 3rd straight time. The payoff. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Jake Cumming gets out of it, striking out the side as he throws a scoreless bottom of the 8th. We head to the top of the 9th. 10-7, the Lefties lead it.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Top nine. Top nine. Here at David Story Field, and this series has felt like it's gone on for about a week. Now keep in mind, very intense games, of course, but we had a 3.5-hour game yesterday. We're about 2.5 hours in today. Actually, no, we're 3 hours in today. Never mind. Yeah, so this has been a long series, but it's been a very enjoyable one, as the Black Bears are going to have to try and score a little bit more in the bottom of the ninth, as they did yesterday, to tie or win this game. But first, Trig Barons will face off against Kirk, Cooper, and Patterson. Well, Joyce was picked off at first to end the eighth, so Kirk was up to end the eighth, now up here to start the ninth. Outside for ball one. It seems like for the second straight night, it's gone fully dark here at David Story Field. After saying, we haven't really seen a game where it's gone really completely dark. Now gone two straight. So that one's grounded down the left field line, foul. And it's 1-1. Kirk, 3 singles on the day. 2 flyouts, 3 for 5 on the day. Good game for Kirk. He's had a good series. Both the Fordham boys have had really good series against the Black Bears pitching. That one's high for ball 2. Oh, Barron's got out of the eighth. A fly out from Markey and a pickoff of Joyce at first after allowing him to get an opposite field single. Swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Well, unless miracles happen, this is going to be the last time the Black Bears face off against the Lefties this season. So that's low for ball 3. It's a bit of a shame, as it's been a good series. And both teams will go their separate ways in their separate divisions. Corvallis tomorrow, a 3-gamer for the Bears. 3-2. Now back to the screen. We've seen a lot of long at-bats in a row here between the bottom half of the 8th and this at-bat in the 9th. Somebody warming up in that bullpen. We'll probably see Jake coming for the 9th. Payoff once more. Grounder over to second. It'll be Garitano. Throw on to first for out number 1. So Barons wins the battle and gets the first out here in the 9th. As that'll bring up Garrett Cooper. So far 1 for 2. Singled in his first at-bat, flew out to center. That one's outside, or inside for ball 1. Well, 14 hits on 10 runs for the Lefties. The most hits the Black Bears have given up this season is 15, and that happened back against Yakima on the 7th in that 11-10 victory. That was a crazy game, and this one just as crazy. The most runs they've allowed is 10, but they've done it twice. Now 3 times after this one. That swung on and missed for strike 2. Shoe tying delay. Make sure your shoes are tied if you have them on. Don't need you tripping. Three errors though for the Bears. That's a 33. Even though the defense has been playing pretty well ever since the 5th inning, but that 5th was a bit brutal for them. 2 errors allowing 3 runs to come in. 2-2 grounder over to Bigby at first. He'll bobble it, but still toss to Behrens. 4 out, number 2. Well, Bigby, instead of scooping it, walks it in front of him like a catcher would. Bobbles it, but recovers pretty easily and flips it over to Behrens for out number 2. Garrett Patterson, who came in to pinch hit for Kane Jinks all the way back in the 5th. Currently 0 for 2, though. Ground out to third and a strikeout looking. Ripped down the left field line, but foul. That had a very nice sound to it. Good crack of the bat from Patterson. But unfortunately, it's strike 1. Oh, 1. Bit down and in. It's 1-1. Will White on deck. He's walked 4 times and flew out to center. Very interesting game from him. Also made a nice, good defensive play at first. That one hits the zone. Strike 2. Oh, might not see Will White. Depending on how this at-bat goes against Patterson. 1-2. Outside, gets past Lamb. Count evens up at 2-2. Off the end of the bat, chopper to second. Garitano will toss to first for out number 3. Oh, the Bears scored 5 in the bottom of the 9th yesterday. They're going to need 3 to tie, 4 to win tonight. Bottom of the 9th coming up.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Bottom 9. The Black Bears are going to have to put in some work offensively against Jake Cumming, who pitched a very good bottom of the 8th. But the bulk of the lineup coming up, it'll be Poffenroth, Sable, and Stewart. 3 of them have combined for 4 of the 10 hits for the Black Bears. Well, the first pitch is going to hit the zone for strike one. This is the zone for ball one. Poffenroth is 1 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 7th, singled and walked, as well as a fly out to center, scored twice. Now the 1-1. Fouls back to the netting, and it's 1-2. Well, Cumming already having a better outing than yesterday. Walked 3, but now has 3 strikeouts. There's another shimmy. 1-2. That one misses 2-2. I wonder in what scenario that he does the shimmy. Is it just random? Like, it feels like it's just random. Maybe it's to help with aerodynamics or something. Two. Fly ball into shallow left field. Under it is Patterson, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. That'll bring up Jarrett Sable with 1 out. Black Bears are 2 outs away from dropping the series against the Lefties. Right down the middle for strike 1. Sable, another 2-hit game. Doing good offensively behind Poffenroth. Scored 7, but has given up 10. That one's out of play for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That's 4 strikeouts now for Cumming. And now the last chance for the Bears lies in Finn Stewart's hands. Stewart's reached in all 4 of his at-bats, 2 hit by pitches, a RBI single, and a walk. That one misses for ball 1. Well, this is the 2nd straight game in which the Black Bears have given up 10 runs on 14 hits. That one misses low for ball 2. That's one down the middle, and it's 2-1. Two-one pitch. Foul back to the screen, and the Black Bears down to their final strike. 2-2 to Finn Stewart now with 2 outs. Black Bears were down 7 at one point, came back to only big down 8-7, but the Giesick home run with some insurance. Another shimmy from Cumming as he tosses the 2-2. That'll miss, 3-2. Well, tomorrow, 6:35 is game 1 against the Knights. Just the audio stream for the Bears on the road. 3-2. It's a piece of it, Stewart, and he fouls it back to the boards. Staying alive by any means possible. And it's another 3-2. Another payoff. Breaking ball freezes Stewart for strike 3. Jake Cumming, 5 strikeouts. Throws 2 scoreless in relief and gets the save as the Lefties take the series here at David Story Field. Black Bears fall to 7-14 on the year and are now 7 games under 500 for the first time this season. Well, Port Angeles finishes with 10 runs on 14 hits, no errors. The Black Bears, 7 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors. The next home broadcast is going to be on the 4th of July. So when we see you next on video, it'll be next month, but for audio only, it'll be tomorrow in Corvallis, taking on the Knights in Game 1 of a 3-game series. For everyone here at David Story Field, I'm Evan Patoka. We will see you tomorrow for the just audio, and for video, 4th of July against Springfield.